Welcome to Hockey Wiz Talks podcast. Today I'll be doing an update on the NHL qualifying round. Quick disclaimer. This podcast was recorded before the conclusion of the games played on Friday, August 7th, so the results could be slightly different. Pittsburgh Penguins versus Montreal Canadiens. The Montreal Canadiens are leading the Pittsburgh Penguins in their series 2-1. The Montreal Canadiens won Game 1 in overtime behind the strong goaltending of Carey Price, as he stood on his head and made 39 saves. Jeff Petrie scored the game-winning goal in overtime. The Penguins tied the series at 1, as Sidney Crosby scored the first goal of the game to set the tone early, and Jake Guentzel added a goal and an assist. The Penguins led Game 3, 3-1, but the Canadiens rallied from behind to win the game. Shea Weber had 3 points, and Jeff Petrie had the game-winning goal yet again. Carolina Hurricanes versus New York Rangers. The Carolina Hurricanes swept the New York Rangers decisively in 3 games, flat out dominating them in every aspect of the game. Carolina won Game 1 3-2, as both Sebastian Aho and Jacob Slavin had a goal and an assist in the victory. Game 2 was more of the same, as Carolina dominated the Rangers behind a hat-trick from Andrei Svechnikov. The Rangers came out with more urgency in Game 3, but James Reimer was great, and the Canes got 3 third-period goals, 2 of which were by Sebastian Aho. The Carolina Hurricanes advanced to the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. New York Islanders versus Florida Panthers. New York Islanders lead the Florida Panthers in their series 2-1. The New York Islanders were dominant defensively in Game 1 as they held the high-scoring Panthers in check, while Semyon Varlamov made 27 saves. The Islanders took Game 2 as well to take a 2-0 lead in the series. Jordan Eberle scored twice, including the eventual game-winning goal. The Panthers avoided a sweep as they won Game 3, 3-2, scoring 2 power play goals. Sergei Bobrovsky made 20 saves to secure the victory. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Columbus Blue Jackets. The Columbus Blue Jackets lead the Toronto Maple Leafs in their series 2-1. The Columbus Blue Jackets won Game 1 decisively, shutting out the Toronto Maple Leafs 2-0, as Jonas Korpisalo made 28 saves in the victory for Columbus. Toronto Maple Leafs evened up the series at 1 by shutting out the Blue Jackets 3-0, as John Tavares and Austin Matthews both scored in the victory for Toronto. Jake Muzzin was injured in the third period of Game 2 and will be out for the remainder of the qualifying round, maybe even longer. Columbus erased a 3-0 deficit in Game 3, including 2 third-period goals to tie the game up at 3 to send it to overtime, where Pierre-Luc Dubois capped off his hat-trick by scoring the game-winning goal in overtime. And now a word from our sponsor. Check out my hockey blog at hockeywiztalkshockey.blogspot.com. Also, visit my Facebook page, Mr. HockeyWiz777, and my Instagram, Mr. HockeyWiz77. Edmonton Oilers versus Chicago Blackhawks. The Chicago Blackhawks lead the Edmonton Oilers in their series 2-1. The Chicago Blackhawks won Game 1 6-4, chasing Oilers goalie Mike Smith, as Dominic Kubalik had 5 points in his postseason debut. Game 2 was the Connor McDavid show, as he scored a hat-trick to help the Oilers even up the series at 2. The Blackhawks rallied to win Game 3 in come-from-behind fashion, including the game-winning goal by Jonathan Toews with 1:16 left in the third period. Nashville Predators versus Arizona Coyotes. The Arizona Coyotes lead their best-of-5 series 2-1. The Coyotes took Game 1 as Darcy Kemper stole the show and made 40 saves in the victory for Arizona. The Predators tied the series at 1 as Ryan Johansson had 2 points and UC Saros made 24 saves to pick up his first postseason win. Arizona Coyotes won Game 3 decisively as Darcy Kemper made 39 saves in the victory for Arizona. Vancouver Canucks versus Minnesota Wild. Vancouver Canucks lead the series 2-1. Minnesota Wild shut out the Vancouver Canucks 3-0, as Alex Stalock made 28 saves and Jared Spurgeon scored twice. Vancouver Canucks tied the series at 1, as Bo Horvat and JT Miller each had a goal and an assist for Vancouver, while Kevin Fiala had 2 goals for Minnesota in the loss. In Game 3, the Vancouver Canucks shut out the Minnesota Wild 3-0, with Quinn Hughes putting up 3 assists, Brock Besser and Elias Pettersson both getting a goal and an assist apiece, and Jacob Markstrom making 27 saves. Calgary Flames versus Winnipeg Jets. The Calgary Flames won this series decisively, eliminating the injury-saddled Jets in 4 games. Calgary took Game 1 4-1, as Johnny Gaudreau and Mikael Backlund both scored power play goals. The Winnipeg Jets lost both Mark Scheifele and Patrick Laine in Game 1 due to injury, which had major impact for the rest of the series. The Winnipeg Jets evened up the series at 1, despite playing without Mark Scheifele and Patrick Laine in Game 2. Nikolai Ehlers scored his first postseason goal, which turned into the eventual game-winning goal. Without Scheifele and Laine, the Flames blew out the Jets 6-2 in Game 3, scoring 3 times on the power play, with Sean Monahan notching a goal and 2 assists. The Calgary Flames shut out the Winnipeg Jets 4-0 in Game 4 to close out the series, as Cam Talbot made 31 saves in the shutout. And now a word from my sponsor. Check out my other podcasts on soundcloud.com/MrHockeyWith777. Eastern Conference Round Robin. In first place are the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are 2-0. In second place are the Philadelphia Flyers, who are also 2-0, but have a slightly lower win percentage. In third place are the Washington Capitals, who are 0-1-1. Then in fourth place are the Boston Bruins, who are 0-2. Western Conference Round Robin. In first place are the Colorado Avalanche, who are 2-0. In second place are the Vegas Golden Knights, who are also 2-0, but have a slightly lower win percentage. In third place are the St. Louis Blues, who are 0-2. In fourth place are the Dallas Stars, who are also 0-2, but have a lower win percentage than the Blues. The matchups for the first round of the playoffs is unknown at this point, but we will know after Sunday. Look out for a new podcast on Tuesday rather than Friday. This podcast will be on the first round matchups.